Okay, my musical journey began in church, and I recall we were in the Balsalith area of the city of Birmingham, and we were worshipping at a school hall called Tyndall Street School Hall, and I would have been about 5 or 6. We had musicians in the church, but I recall we had a kind of mini concert at the time. And my best friend at the time, looking back now, he was definitely a child prodigy. And his name was Wayne Williams. He still is alive now. And he was playing a 6-string guitar that was taller than him. And we were at the concert, and his sister was called on to sing, and there was just uproar. And I couldn't see what was going on. But by the time she had finished singing and they called her back on, I realized that the people that were there, they stood up watching him because they couldn't believe how a 7-year-old young boy could hold these notes and play the song inch perfect while his sister sung. And that resonated in me, and I thought, that's very, very interesting. You fast forward, so we're still in church. Fast forward, I was about the age of 12, and we had a drummer in the church, but he would play like marching kind of drumming thing, and be an old man. And I think he was a bus driver at the time, so he went to work. And Wayne said to me, just play. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, so he showed me a little beat. And he said, do you think you could do that? I said, I don't know. This was just before church. So he showed me, and I did it. And it felt right. There was something about it. And he was saying, do it again. And I did it again. I thought it was fluke, and I did it again. Then he showed me something else, and I did it again. Then church started. So I just sat in church, and he said, no, you got to come. So I had to go up and play in church right there, right then. And the rest is history.
Well, musically, I think for most Caribbean parents, their children having the ability to either play an instrument or at least be musical was kind of key, because when they started their Sunday schools, they only had their children to rely on. So my father could play guitar. He taught my brother to play guitar. And then he'd stand us in front of him and teach us songs. So one of the first songs I remember him teaching us was Were You There When They Crucified My Lord? So all three of us had to sing it, and we had to sing it in harmony. So again, these things you learnt instinctively rather than reading music.
Definitely.
And it wasn't until I was about 8, my mother sent myself and, well, just me, I think, to piano lessons. So between the age of 8 and 12, I learnt to play the piano. That's where I learnt to read music. But she started a Sunday school in the area we'd moved into. And, all these little Sunday school children, we didn't have any members. So I, at the time, was going to one church for Sunday school, and then would come back and then have Sunday school at my mum's church, her little Sunday school at the YMCA at 4th Avenue, Wolverhampton. And we'd lead the songs. So we were song leaders. So if you imagine, I would be about maybe 9, and I was song leading. So I'd sing the choruses, they'd teach us the choruses, and then, you'd stand up and sing the choruses as well. So in terms of us singing, it was almost organic. So it was more the need to, rather than, you had a talent and a gift being promoted. It was, we need someone to sing. Okay, Monica, you come up. And that's how I started.